But right now it's 6:31. We lead off here locally. Dana mentioned this moments ago. Somebody here in town, just by playing poker, no big deal, is going to win a little more than $8 million shortly.
This is pretty much the Super Bowl of poker events across the globe. It is the World Series of Poker main event, and the final table begins at 4:45 at the Rio, and that's where we find Trevor Thompson live this morning. So who's going to win this thing tonight?
That's a good question. Unfortunately, it's not going to be me. If I had to put money on one of these players, I'd probably go with a guy named JC Tran, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if you can actually bet on this stuff. But speaking of betting, these guys have made it all the way to the final 9 out of 6,000 plus. It started back in July, and these guys have actually had to wait since July to find out who is going to win it. Now they're waiting down to 48 hours because tomorrow night we will find out who's going to take home over $8 million, and some would say more importantly the title of the best player in the world and a gold World Series main event bracelet. Of course, somewhere Floyd Mayweather is laughing at that $8.36 million figure because he gets over $40 million, but hey, still a lot of money for everybody else. The event kicks off tonight at 5 at the Rio. They'll try to narrow the field down to just 2 or 3, then those players will come back tomorrow for one final round, and the champion will be crowned. Now, even if you get eliminated first, you'll still leave with over $733,000, and if you do make it to tomorrow and you're one of the top 3, you'll walk away with at least $3.7 million and change. Last year's winner was 24-year-old Greg Merson. He's not at the final table this year. One person who is, though, Mark Newhouse, and we caught up with him last night and we asked him, which is better, being the best or being the wealthiest?
I've experienced everything there is to experience in the gambling world. Made a lot of mistakes, learned from them. Got a big opportunity now.
Is the bracelet more important, or is that big stack of money they dump on the table more important?
I mean, the bracelet is a big accomplishment. This is the biggest prize in poker, but for me, it's more about the money. My goal, if I win it, I have a problem of figuring out what I want to do with my life.
Now, before you decide to quit your day job and start taking up poker to try to win your share of millions and millions of dollars, you should know that it costs $10,000 just to get into the event, and then you'll have to compete against thousands of the world's best poker players, and you'll have to get a little bit lucky. Dana, though, you might not actually have to quit your day job. You might be able just to play some online poker while you're at work. Maybe that's an option.
I think it's a great idea. But unfortunately, we're having this conversation right in front of my wife, so thank you for that.
Forget that. What about the bosses watching right now?
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Thank you. Thanks, Trevor.